Morning, everyone. My name's Will. I hope everyone's doing well, and I thought I'd cheer everyone up with a bit of comedy. Hopefully, I'm funny. So, I was volunteering last week at a vaccine clinic. I just wanted to drop that to virtue signal. And there was this gentleman that told me that I look like I'm in a bit of a fog. So, I took that really personally, and I've been on a spiritual mission ever since to see what the source of this fog is. So, I coach tennis and I was really looking forward to the spring for the outdoor season. I'd be able to coach tennis. Just so exciting. Unfortunately, on April 16th, our Premier Ford put in a stay at home order, saying tennis and golf and other outdoor sports are too dangerous. Now, I'm very grateful he did that because he saved us. And I'm very trustworthy of people in authority and power because why would they do things that wouldn't help the people that they've been elected to serve? So, I just wanted to understand what is so dangerous about tennis and golf because last year I taught tennis outside and from June until October and I didn't get the coronavirus. And my friend said that there were 20 million golf rounds in Ontario or Canada and there were no reported cases of COVID-19. So I was thinking, what does Ford know that everyone else doesn't know? I mean, he must be a genius. So even Peter Juni, is the head of the scientific advisory board to the government, was saying that he didn't agree with the decision to shut down sports. I mean, he couldn't even see why it was the right decision. So interestingly, a few days after, one of Ford's advisors tested positive for COVID-19 and he's been in house arrest for ever since. He needs to quarantine. So I was wondering, like, what does this all mean and everything? So I did little search on Google and I found that Galileo was put on house arrest when he was stating that the earth revolved around the sun. And then the Catholic Church banned him for going against their beliefs. And yeah, he spent, I think, 9 years there, 1633 to 1642, until he died. So I was like, wow. I'm like, this is, the level, the intellectual caliber, like we are having the privilege of dealing with. And also, I was wondering, like, because the virus is invisible, right? We know that. So, like, what does Ford see that we don't see? I'm like, and is it possible that I could see what he sees? Now, I'm not a prophet or anything. Like, I'm just a normal person, but I went on a big journey because I wanted to discover what the truth was. So I Googled the spike proteins online, and I noticed that the spike protein of the virus is a ball. And I saw there were a lot of different pictures of the ball. Now, tennis and golf, you hit a ball to play. And there were a lot of different pictures on the internet of the ball. So I suddenly realized, since there were a lot of pictures, that must mean that the virus is constantly mutating because it states that there's many different variants of the virus. So I mean, some of the pictures, they were like a blue ball and a pink ball of the virus. But then why couldn't there be a yellow or a white ball? Like a yellow ball, a tennis ball, or a white ball, a golf ball? And then it suddenly hit me. Like the virus could have mutated into a yellow ball that looks like a tennis ball, that acts like a tennis ball, or a white ball that looks like a golf ball and acts like a golf ball. So, I mean, it all has to come down to balls. That's why Ford shut down tennis and golf in Ontario. And, like, it's just been such a puzzle to me because, I mean, that would make the whole scientific advisory board and all evidence we have about transmission in golf and tennis wrong. But fortunately, he can see that the spike protein is a ball and can mutate into other balls. And I just had to tell the whole world about this because I'm so grateful that he figured it out for us.